My queens and my kings, I'm welcoming you. Moje królewny i moje króle. Oj. O, moje królewny i moje króle. Ja witam ciebie. Mam nadzieję, że dobrze tutaj doszłeś. I hope you arrived here in a good way. Alright, what is our today's task? Co będzie nasze dzisiejsze zadanie? Yeah, maybe we can get a relic from the holy Prokop. A może zdobędziemy tutaj relikwię od świętego Prokopa. A tak to nasze główne zadanie będzie inkwizycja od Johanki. So yeah, our main task today will be the Inquisition from Johanka. So yeah, the quest is named Madonna of Sasau. No ta kwestia się nazywa Matka Boska Sazawska. Ostatnią tutaj zakończyliśmy, więc teraz idzie dalej. Yeah, the last time we ended here, so this time we continue. And Henry is very hungry. I do tego trzeba powiedzieć, że Henryk jest bardzo głodny. Na całe szczęście już trochę zjadłem. Yeah, I had luckily already a little bit. And I'm prepared with some tea. I jeszcze mam trochę herbaty teraz przygotowane. Jak u ciebie wygląda? How is it looking for you? Do you have something prepared for this evening? O, czy coś masz przygotowane na ten wieczór? Byłbym ciekawy. Albo ogólnie dla tą porę czasu, gdzie ty oglądasz. Yeah, or just in case for this time where you are watching, maybe it's not evening. Again, we are in front of Paweł from Kolin. Znowu jesteśmy przy tym Paweł z Kolina.
Goodman Pavel, you're still here. That's a relief. I was afraid I'd miss you.
Yes, still here, but not for long. I had some business to deal with, but now that's out of the way and I'm getting ready to leave. What was it you wanted?
You might have heard that Johanka was arrested by the Inquisitor and is facing trial.
Indeed, word has reached me. Poor girl.
I'd like to ask you to speak to the court in Johanka's defense.
Of course, Henry. You have my word. And the word of a burgher of Colleen ought to mean something. But to speak in defense of someone accused of heresy is no small matter. What do you want me to say?
The same thing you told me. That it was a sacred sign that you happened to be nearby when Johanka was speaking, and so on.
True. I'll tell the bishop that. You can rest assured.
Thank you very much. Please wait here a few more days for the court to convene, then I'll send for you.
All right. For Johanka's sake, I'll wait. Take care.
Greetings, good knight. How may I serve you?
Yeah, we buy again. Yeah, we buy some bread and some horseradish. My znowu kupimy sobie chleba i chrzan. Ja to też uwielbiam tak na żywo jeść. Yeah, I love to eat this in real life, so this goes into our pocket. To wchodzi do naszego koszyka. I boczek dla orzecha. Yeah, some bacon for Matt. For our dog.
Let's talk about the price.
Alright, so. See now, I knew we would come to an agreement.
I'm sorry I didn't take that embrocation.
Heel. Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
We have a lot of meat. Jeszcze mamy bardzo dużo mięsa.
Sasau, river.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
See you later.
Can we do something about the price?
Alright, so.
Are we agreed?
That's better. Drop it a bit more, and we'll call it a deal.
No, look, this is fresh meat. Nie no, zobacz, to jest świeże mięso.
Tough luck.
Odmówił nam. He refused. Then we go to the butcher. Tu idziemy do rzeźnika.
Good God! What happened to your clothes? If you were robbed, you should report it. God be with you. May the Lord watch over you.
She is giving instantly more for the meat. Ona od razu daje więcej za to mięso. Grosza daje. On przedtem dawał chyba 0,9. Yeah. She is giving 1 groschen. And the dude earlier, he was giving 0,9. So it's clearly more. Widać, że to o wiele więcej. Albo chociaż trochę więcej.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Well, we can try it.
Look, it's fresh meat. Więc zobacz, to jest świeże mięso.
What about this?
We're getting there. Just drop the price a bit more.
Nah, come on, it's fresh. No chodź, to świeże.
Aye, for that amount I can be persuaded.
Yeah, we have a deal. Mamy umowę. 22 grosze. Dostaliśmy 20% więcej. Yeah, we receive it now 20% more. Enough money to waste on beer. Dosyć pieniędzy, żeby stracić na piwo.
Jesus Christ be praised. How may I serve you? Take care.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Well, we can try it.
Here, and something for your trouble.
My word, thank you kindly.
Here we could give a tip. Tutaj mogliśmy dać napiwek.
Good health. Here you are, and good
No
health.
więc na zdrowie. Yeah. Cheers to you all.
To the women, God bless them.
Wait, nibble again a little bit. Jeszcze raz trochę popiję. Now everything is perfect. Teraz wszystko doskonalne. Henryk ma piwo. Yeah, Henry has beer. I have finished my tea. Or at least my first tea. Ja teraz chociaż moją pierwszą herbatę zakończyłem. Kawy tym razem jednak sobie nie dokupiłem. At this time I don't bought any coffee. I know I promised it the last time, but yeah. Sometimes it's better without it. Wiem, ostatnio obiecałem, że kawę przygotuję, ale nieraz też idzie bez kawy. Więc taki długi stream dzisiaj nie będzie. Yeah. We will not have an extreme long stream. I think 2 or 3 hours, then we will be finished. Mi się wydaje, że tak 2 albo 3 godziny i wtedy chyba będziemy gotowi dzisiaj.
God save Henry. Well, how did it go with that husband of mine?
Well, I tried all sorts of things. I did everything in my power, but nothing helped.
Oh, Henry. You were my last hope. All I can do now is pray to the Virgin Mary for a miracle.
I need your help with something. I'm sure you've heard. Johanka was locked up by the Inquisitor.
Who hasn't? The whole of Sasau is talking about it. And the Inquisitor was asking around about her.
I'd like to ask you to appear before the court and say something in Johanka's defense.
I understand, but you'll have to forgive me. I don't want to show my face there. Never mind speak for Johanka. I wouldn't want people to associate me with her. What with her being a heretic, see?
People and their evil tongues. But I understand. It's a tricky business. I won't push you. Master Bailiff, Inquisitor Yaroslav is going to try Johanka.
I know. He was here asking questions, too.
Oh? What did he want to know?
Various things. Like how things are here, whether people are honest, whether we observe the fest days, and so forth. And then he asked about Johanka, about what she preaches, whether people come to listen to her and that. He's been talking to a lot of other people in Sasau, too. I even heard that Katra, the swordsmith's wife, invited him to dine with them.
That's interesting. Thanks for telling me. Was he just asking questions, or does he want you to testify before the court?
Yes, he did ask me to testify, and I'm none too happy about it.
I see. And what are you going to say about her?
It depends what I'm asked, but there's not much I can say. I don't know Johanka very well. She seems virtuous and self-sacrificing to me. She's never done anything wrong, and no one here ever had a cross word to say about her. Until recently. Maybe some gossip about her and Sir Sebastian. But I've heard similar talk about half the women folk here.
Johanka has helped a lot of people here, selflessly. Her heart is in the right place.
True. But then there's that preaching of hers. Folk have been falling out. They're split according to whether they believe Johanka or not. I don't know quite what to think of it myself. But I don't want to jump to conclusions. I'll wait and see what the learned bishop has to say.
Couldn't you add something good to your testimony for Johanka? I would, show my gratitude substantially.
What? Are you trying to bribe me to commit perjury? The Inquisitor will hear how you're going about defending Johanka.
Okay, this went into a wrong direction. To w zły kierunek poszło.
Good Lord, no. I wouldn't dream of it. I expressed myself badly, that's all. What I was trying to say, rather clumsily, is that I'd be very glad if you were to speak on Johanka's behalf, because she really deserves it.
Well, I'll overlook your clumsiness then.
Thank you, Master Bailiff.
Take care now.
Cured and fresh, from the woods or from the pen. It all tastes delicious.
God save. How may I help you? Good night. Good luck then.
Cabbage, cabbage, green cabbage. Get it before it goes brown.
She is not the market person. Ona nie była tutaj ta określona osoba.
Father, The Inquisitor has had Johanka thrown in jail.
I know, son.
He's planning a hearing.
Rightly so. It's about time this whole matter was dealt with.
What do you think about it, then?
As I say, it's a good thing that the matter is being investigated. The things Johanka has been preaching are, to say the least, disturbing. Who knows what these dreams are that she speaks of? And her words are only putting ideas in people's heads and leading them astray. Now, instead of going to church, as they should, they go to her in the false belief that they will find solace. It's creating a chasm between the people and the church and leading them away from the true teaching left to us by Christ. They're misguided and swamped in heretical ideas.
But Johanka is only saying what the Virgin Mary has told her. What can be wrong with that?
And how do you know the Virgin is really talking to her?
Well, I believe she's telling the truth.
Ah, but you can't be sure, can you? Do you really think a girl from the stable knows God's teaching better than the church? Better than the generations of church fathers and learned scholars since the time of Christ, who have studied the sacred scriptures and their correct interpretation? With all the evil that's already going on in this province, the last thing people need is a false prophet.
Christ also came from a stable, though.
There's no comparison. Christ was the Son of God. Enough of this. Bishop Yaroslav asked me to present my suspicions before the court, and that's what I intend to do. He will then resolve the whole matter. He is, after all, more qualified than anyone to do so.
If you say so, Father.
Good luck to you.
I don't like him. Ja go nie lubię. Jak to się nazywa? Chyba... Nie wiem, jak to słowo się nazywa. Po angielsku by się powiedziało he's arrogant. Yeah, and by the way, that's what I think about him. This dude was arrogant. Dobra, tutaj już prawie wszystkich mamy. Yeah, here we have almost all of them. Then we have to convince a few people in the church or in the monastery. No, niektórych ludzi musimy jeszcze przekonać w klasztoru.
I'm here about Johanka.
You're that fella of hers, are you? What do you want?
No. I'm just a friend of hers. Matthias is her, fella.
Huh. God knows how many she has.
I heard you invited Bishop Yaroslav to come and dine with you?
Yes, so what? Bishop Yaroslav is an esteemed visitor to Sasau, and it's only fitting he should be suitably hosted by devout burghers.
What have you got against Johanka?
Nothing. The question is, what has she got against us? Tell me that.
What?
She turns up here and tries to tell us how to live our lives. Says the Virgin Mary whispers to her in the night. Yeah, I'm sure. To a simple village wench. I'd like to know who's really putting those ideas in her head. She's just getting people all worked up. Men, especially. coming around here with her nonsense. Sasau is a decent, orderly place, I'll have you know. We don't want any trouble here. All this talk about hellfire and the end of the world. God have mercy. No one is interested in what she has to say. All they want is some spectacle. She ought to have thought twice before she started. Not that she wasn't warned.
What do you mean, warned?
As I said, she was told.
Tell me everything you know. I represent the royal hetman, so don't try and keep anything from me.
If you must know, some of the fellas want to have it out with her and tell her to stop. No one wants her speeches here, but would she listen? No. The devil possessed her to bring harm to us.
So it was you who sent those men?
All I wanted was to protect the Sasau folk against her poisonous tongue, and I'll do just that. The Monsignor asked me to testify in court, and I'll tell everything I know there.
And I'll do likewise. Farewell.
Go. Goodbye.
Okej, tutaj w tym sklepie już nic nie będę kupował. Here in this shop I will not buy anything anymore. Anyways, our shop in Przybysławiec is better. Mimo wszystkiego nasz sklep w tym Przybysławicy to jest lepszy. Okay, we are almost entering again the Sazau Monastery. Już prawie znowu wchodzimy do klasztoru od Sazawa. By the way, if you would like to see one of these ovens in real life, then check out my Castle Altena Learn from Inside video. Jakbyś chciał taki piec zobaczyć w prawdziwym życiu, to sprawdź mój film o zamek Altena. Naucz się od środka chyba się nazywa. Ale ogólnie jest ten trzeci film o tym zamku Altena. Yeah, so just in case, it's the movie number 3 about the Castle Altena, so you cannot miss it. Normalnie to nie idzie przegapić. Jakbyś weszedł na moją playlistę Czas na zamek, no to idzie znaleźć. Yeah, when you go on my Castle Time playlist, then you can find it. There is at least some interior from a castle or some furniture that you can see. No w tym filmiku to bynajmniej można tak trochę meble od zamków widzieć. Tam jest takie małe muzeum. Dobra, ale spróbujemy dalej rozwiązać tutaj ten problem z Johanką. Yeah. Let's continue here with the issue with Johanka.
Bye.
Okay, this was not the correct dude. We have to get there at the end. To nie był ten odpowiedni koleś, tam musimy na koniec dojść.
Henry, I'm...
Brother Nicodemus.
You've heard something?
The Inquisitor has decided that Johanka will be tried, but he's agreed that I can defend her.
That's really quite unusual. It must mean he hasn't come to a clear conclusion yet.
Yes. I'll get her out of it.
I'm afraid it may not be that easy. The thing is, I expect Johanka will say the same things before the court that she's been preaching.
What are you saying?
Well, I've been thinking about what she's been saying, and it seems to me her preaching has a certain progression. Are you acquainted with the notion of the three orders of man?
Not really, no.
It's like this. It's said that everyone has their God-given place and purpose on earth. Laboratores, oratores, and bellatores. Those who work, those who pray, and those who fight. The common folk are born to work, to reap the fruits of the earth and to obey the laws of God and man. It is the purpose of the nobles to protect the people and the church against all dangers and to maintain peace and justice on earth. And the church in turn has the task of caring for the spiritual welfare of all, ensuring the salvation of their souls and bringing solace to the people in times of hardship so that they can endure their earthly trials and enter the kingdom of heaven.
But what's all that got to do with Johanka?
Well, I noticed in her first sermon she primarily addressed the concerns of the common folk, and in the second she criticized the nobility.
Ah. So you think she might start talking about the church?
Yes, I'm afraid she might. I dread to think how that might end up. Henry, you must warn her against that. She must show humility before the Inquisitor, and the wisest course would be to admit to being wrong. She's rather stubborn, but perhaps she'll listen to you.
But the Inquisitor said no one's allowed to see her.
No one except the Inquisitor's own men. You'll just have to think something up. I'm afraid Johanka's fate is mainly in your hands now. I'm relying on you.
Take care.
Interesting. Here is some religious information in case of history. Tutaj mamy trochę religijne i historyczne wiedzy, co można odkrywać. Ciekawy dodatek. It's for sure an interesting DLC. I played it the first time, by the way. Pierwszy raz ja ten dodatek gram, tak przy okazji. Yeah, just in case all the other DLCs I have finished. Tak przy okazji te wszystkie inne dodatki ja już zakończyłem.
Henry.
Adela, the Inquisitor is going to try Johanka in court.
Oh, Lord. I hope she's acquitted. I was absolutely devastated when they took her away.
I need people to speak in her defense, and I'd like to ask you to do it.
I don't want to go there. Really. I'm afraid of that Inquisitor, but you helped me, and so did Johanka. It's only right that I should try and help her. But what am I supposed to say there? I'm just a simple village girl. I don't know anything about these things.
That doesn't matter. You just be yourself. It should be enough to talk about all the good Johanka does here, and how she helps others. I'll send for you if you're needed.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
I can't. I just can't.
Okej, jednak do wszystkich kościołów nie idzie wchodzić. It seems that we cannot enter all of the churches here. I thought we can enter all of them in KCD1. Już myślałem, że naprawdę wszystkich można odwiedzić w KCD1. Ale bynajmniej prawie wszystkich. Yeah, at least you can visit almost all of them.
What's he doing here?
I would love to throw a stone after him. Chciał chętnie kamieniem teraz za nim rzucać.
I know about you and her. She told me everything.
Oh? What exactly do you mean? You'd better be very careful what you say, boy.
I know you're a married man, but you haven't always been entirely faithful to your wife.
How dare you!
And you had to pick Johanka. I know all about it. And you should know it's finished. Johanka was feeling vulnerable when it was all too much for her. That's all. She and Matthias care for each other, so leave them alone. She doesn't want to have anything more to do with you. And she won't.
How dare you speak like that to a noble? You, a blacksmith's brat from Skalitz. If you weren't in Lord Kobila's charge, I'd have you whipped for your lies and dragged behind a horse all the way to Ratai. But whoever you might be hiding behind, next time I'll do just that. Now get out! Goodbye. I'm honored that you should come to me.
I found this document in the woods by Sasau. Careful, it's a bit bloody.
Don't tell me those fools got themselves. To hell with it. And did you come across any Cumans?
Yes. They're finished.
There now. It's not such a fuck-up after all. Here's some money for you. It was supposed to be for those idiots, but it seems they asked for 100 groschen more than they deserved.
I need something from you, sir. I suppose you heard that Johanka was locked up by the Inquisitor and is facing charges of heresy.
I did, and it's most disturbing news.
What you might not know is that he's agreed that I can defend her at the trial.
You? Do you even know what to say?
Well, I'm preparing for it. I'll think up something, don't worry. But I need you to testify at the court. In Johanka's defense, of course.
Naturally. You don't think I could just sit here and do nothing? Besides, The bishop has already insisted that I appear before the court.
Oh. All right.
One moment. I apologize if I was a little hasty. This whole affair has left me anxious. I appreciate that you want to defend her. However, I don't think it would have any effect. No offense, but I don't think you'll be able to achieve anything in court. I'm afraid the Inquisitor will judge as he sees fit, whatever anyone says. But I have an idea how you could help.
Oh? How's that?
Flee. With Johanka, of course.
Huh. You might be right. But how? The bishop won't let anyone see Johanka.
Johanka is being held at the rat house, isn't she? You could pass yourself off as one of the Inquisitor's men, get in there at night, and escape with her.
How am I supposed to pass myself off as one of his men?
Well, when his guard came here, he identified himself by means of a document. If you could get your hands on it, think about it. But whatever you decide, if Johanka comes to any harm, you'll have me to answer to. I'm very fond of her, and her of me, and I don't want anything to happen to her, understand? But if everything ends well, I'll show you my gratitude, I assure you. Good luck to you.
Actually, the dude from Kuttenberg has the best solution. Akurat ten koleś z Kuttenberga ma najlepsze rozwiązanie. Szkoda, że już to wcześniej nie grałem. I regret that I wasn't playing this earlier. There have been enough hints for the next KCD. Tutaj już były naprawdę dosyć śladów dla następnych KCD.
Witnesses can be summoned for Johanka's trial. So I wanted to ask you if you'd give a testimony. Maybe some learned speech in her defense?
I'd be glad to do it. Johanka deserves my help. Such testimonies could carry a lot of weight. You should try and get as many as you can.
What actually happened here?
Johanka told me you went to Auschwitz.
Yeah? What's that got to do with anything?
The Inquisitor showed up here not long after you left. Apparently he heard about Johanka's preaching somehow. He even observed one of her sermons outside the town in disguise. He had her brought to him and spent a long time trying to discourage her from what she was doing. But then she went out again to preach about her visions outside of town. But before she even started, the Inquisitor turned up with Fabian and the guards. He said Johanka had ignored his outright ban, and he had her taken away. Then he warned the people there that Johanka was spreading heresy and undermining the church's authority, and forbade them to listen to her.
That's all? Didn't you speak to the Inquisitor?
No, actually I didn't. He saw me there listening to her preaching, and I was afraid to come forward and talk to him.
Aha. Well, that's understandable.
Thanks.
It sounds pretty serious.
It is. I'm afraid it could be very serious indeed.
What exactly does an Inquisitor do?
The Inquisition is a papal institution that deals with heresy. So people don't succumb to charlatans, false prophets and deceptions, and put their faith and their immortal souls in jeopardy. The Inquisitors have all sorts of powers, the kind we here can do very little to stand up to.
And what can he do to Johanka?
I'm not entirely sure. These legal issues are very complicated, but he could certainly excommunicate her, and maybe even sentence her to death.
Who is this Bishop Yaroslav?
I've never heard of him before, but the prior has. He said he's very well learned and the Bishop of Sarepta.
Sarepta? Where's that, Moravia?
No, it's far, far away, near the Holy Land. He got the title from the Holy Father himself.
I won't get any sleep. I just won't get any sleep.
Titular bishop? Like he's not a real one?
It's, let's say, an honorary title. It refers to a diocese that no longer exists. And since a titular bishop has no diocese to oversee, he can devote himself to handling other very important church affairs, like ordaining other prelates, for example, to maintain succession through the centuries down from the time of Christ and his apostles.
And this bishop came all the way here from whatever?
Sarepta, but I doubt he's ever been there. It used to be a bishopric in the days of the Apostolic Fathers in Phoenicia, near Israel, but it was ransacked by the Muslims. Now it's just a titular bishopric, and Yaroslav is the titular bishop.
Do you believe Johanka is really being visited by the Virgin Mary?
Well, yes, Henry, I do. The things she says and the way she speaks. She doesn't sound like herself at all. I know she can't read, so where else could she have got it? Frankly, I can't think of any other explanation, within the bounds of this world.
What actually happened here?
Johanka told me you went to Auschwitz.
Yeah? What's that got to do with anything?
The Inquisitor showed up here not long after you left. Apparently he heard about Johanka's preaching somehow. He even observed one of her sermons outside the town in disguise. He had her brought to him and spent a long time trying to discourage her from what she was doing. But then she went out again to preach about her visions outside of town. But before she even started, the Inquisitor turned up with Fabian and the guards. He said Johanka had ignored his outright ban, and he had her taken away. Then he warned the people there that Johanka was spreading heresy and undermining the church's authority, and forbade them to listen to her.
It sounds pretty serious.
It is. I'm afraid it could be very serious indeed.
Sure.
But Johanka was visited by the Virgin Mary, so what she says can't be wrong.
We only have her word for that, and even if her visions were real, she was at fault for interpreting them as she saw fit and preaching to the people.
So you think she should have spoken to the parish priest about it?
Exactly.
Shimmer.
And the priest would have sent for someone who would look into the matter. Like me, for instance. In short, it's not for her to interpret such things in her own way. If people believed her and started thinking what they want about it, soon everyone would be adrift in confusion, and the true message would be lost.
Aha. I think I understand.
I'm glad you do, my son.
Siema Waleczny. Co tam słychać?
Bye-bye.
Jakby co też tylko ok. Mogłoby być lepiej. Ale chociaż Kingdom jest. No i też trochę czasu teraz jeszcze będę miał do chyba 9, wtedy dopiero następna praca się rozpoczyna u mnie. Yeah, by the way, I will have now a little bit time until the 9th of March. And then my next walk is starting. So I have the next 2 weeks enough free time. No, można powiedzieć, że następne 2 tygodnie jeszcze mam dosyć spokojnego czasu. Też pomyślałem, może w niedzielę zrobimy taki naprawdę długi stream. Nie wiem, wtedy może zaczął o 17 i wtedy do 23 byśmy wtedy chyba siedzieli. Yeah, I thought maybe about it if we do a really long stream now on Sunday. Maybe I start then at 5 p.m. Amsterdam time, and then we really rush until 11 Amsterdam time. 6 hours. To by było wtedy raz tak naprawdę 6 godzin pod rząd. Byśmy bynajmniej tutaj trochę tą główną historię mogli dalej pociągnąć. With this we could at least continue here the main story. Alright, let's check out the rathouse. Sprawdzimy teraz ten ratusz.
Hey, clear off. No one's allowed to talk to Johanka. Bishop Yaroslav's orders.
I know. I was just testing you. And you passed. I'm with the bishop's entourage, and I'm here at his command. Let me in to talk to Johanka.
In that case, you surely know that everyone who comes from the bishop has to show a document to prove it.
Good, good. Your diligence is commendable. I don't have the document on me at present, though. I left it at the monastery.
Sorry, sir. We'll have to go and get it. I can't let you in otherwise. I wouldn't want to anger the Monsignor.
Of course. And you can actually read, can you?
A little, sir, yes. That's why they put me here.
Very wise. You're clearly the right man for the job. Very well. I'll be back soon with that paper.
God be with you.
Się zastanawiam, czy spróbujemy ucieknąć, czy tylko ogólnie się zastanawiam, czy naprawdę spróbujemy ucieknąć, czy spróbujemy tutaj najpierw to normalnie rozwiązać. I'm really curious, or asking myself if we should escape or if we try to handle this in a casual way. Hard decision. Naprawdę ciężka decyzja. Ale ten pomysł od tego Sebastiana mi też się podoba. The idea from this Sebastian, I like this. All this dude from Kuttenberg is a snitch. Chyba, że ten koleś z Gutenberga to raczej jest taki, no, taki szczur. Wtedy byśmy nie mogli mu zaufać. In this case we cannot trust him. Maybe we just make a save file here. Może my najpierw tutaj tylko zapiszemy grę.
It'll certainly be a fine church.
Mother of God! You look like you've been assaulted.
Is there somewhere I could sleep here?
All right. For how long?
Just the one night?
Sure, but Groschen first. These are harsh times.
Here you are.
You've got it all to yourself. No one will disturb you. Goodbye.
Waiting 1 hour always takes the most time. No jak czekamy godzinę, to zawsze najdłużej trwa. Na chwileczkę herbatę piję. Sorry, I had some tea. Do you have actually some snacks or something to drink? Ty chwilowo masz jakieś smakołyki albo coś do picia?
Certainly be a fine church here, but I doubt it would be possible.
God bless.
Let's talk about the price.
All right, so.
This here and a little top up.
Thanks 1,000 times.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Everything is easier with a full stomach. Wszystko jest łatwiej z pełnym brzuchem. Przynajmniej Henryk jest teraz pełny. Yeah, at least Henry is now full.
Can you tell me anything about Inquisitor Yaroslav?
Only as a myth, a dark fable, a horror tale told across the flickering embers of a midnight fire, wherever hardened warriors and minstrels gather to drink and compete in tales of blood-chilling terror. And now bugger off. Bye.
Okay, we don't have any savior schnapps, but we saved the game at least. Nie mamy teraz bawiennego sznapsu, ale chociaż grę mamy zapisane. Dobra, tak powinno nam się to udać. I think in this way we should handle this. We try to steal. Spróbujemy coś ukradnąć.
What's that?
You ask too many people. Za dużo ludzi tutaj są. Tam następny idzie. There, the next one is going. But I bet he has a document from the Inquisitor. Założy się, że on będzie miał taki dokument od Inkwizytora.
You! Stop right where you are! Surrender! Someone saw you stealing. You should have thought twice about what you're doing. That will land you a fat fine.
I won't put up with any more of this. Keep it up, and you'll rue the day you cross me.
But I was just... You misunderstood me. Sorry. You can go.
At least we look aggressive enough. Dobrze, że chociaż dość agresywnie wyglądamy. Okej, czekaliśmy teraz przez chwilę. Just have been waiting now shortly. Yes! We have the document! Doskonalnie zdobyliśmy taki dokument. Doskonalny. Perfect. Now we only need our stuff back. Tylko nasze rzeczy musimy znowu ubrać. Or we have to wear again our stuff. Dobra, już prawie wszystko mamy ubrane. We almost have again everything. Teraz idziemy znowu zapisać grę. I would say we try to save again the game. Now in worst case we can escape with Johanka. Teraz w najgorszym przypadku możemy też z tą Johanką ucieknąć. The music sometimes is gorgeous. Ta muzyka nieraz to naprawdę zajebista.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the document. See?
Show me that? That's fine. Thank you, sir. God be with you.
Johanka, are you alright?
Yes, Henry. I'm fine. I'm glad to see you.
I spoke to the Inquisitor. He wants to put you on trial.
I know. It's all in God's hands now.
No, it's not. I mean, it is, of course. But the bishop has allowed me to defend you.
You want to defend me? Thank you, Henry. That's very kind of you. But you needn't bother. Our Lady won't let anything bad happen to me. I am her instrument, and I am completely in her hands. Everything that's happening is her sacred will.
I won't stand by with my arms folded. You need someone to testify for you. As I said, I will defend you.
If you insist. Maybe it's the will of the Virgin that you came to me. So be it then.
I went to Ujits, like you asked.
That's good, Henry. I hope you purged yourself of your sins.
I did the pilgrimage of penance, like you said. And in the church, I begged the Virgin Mary for forgiveness.
And she will bless you, Henry. You're a good man. Remember that. And don't stray into wrongdoing again.
I won't. I made a donation to the church, too. And the parish priest there, Father Godwin, he was asking about you.
Was he? Well, what did you tell him?
Oh, just about everything that's going on and the things you were saying. He was quite moved by it, to tell the truth. He even gave me some writings.
You see? Maybe Our Lady is giving you a sign too.
What did Bishop Yaroslav ask you about?
All sorts of things. Like how the Virgin Mary visits me, what she shows me, and about preaching to the people. Actually, he was really quite pleasant. He asked me about Skalitz, whether I go to church, and a lot of other things. And in the end, he told me I mustn't speak in public again about the visitations and that. But I couldn't obey an order like that. The Blessed Virgin is testing me, and I have to do what she asks, no matter who or what stands in the way.
I'd say he wasn't too happy about that.
No. He came there with his men, dispersed the people, and had me arrested and locked up here.
About that trial?
Yes, the trial.
I'll get some people who will testify for you in court. But Brother Nicodemus is worried you'll say things that will make the Inquisitor angry. Please don't do that. You have to talk to him respectfully, answer his questions with humility, and not say anything to annoy him. And don't say anything against the church or priests. Please.
I'll say only what the Blessed Virgin wants me to say.
Johanka, please. You mustn't say anything against him or the church. Be contrite. Maybe even admit you might have been wrong about some things. I don't think the Inquisitor is so bad. If you submit to him, he'll drop the charges.
You too now. You're speaking exactly the same as his assistant. The two of you joined forces against me, did you?
I've nothing to do with him. I didn't even know he was here. Believe me, I'm really trying to help you.
You don't believe me anymore, do you?
I do, Johanka, I believe you. But in court, you must speak reasonably, prudently. A lot depends on it. Maybe even your life.
I appreciate your concern for me, Henry, really, I do. But you must understand. I can't deny that the Virgin Mary visits me, or what she wants to tell us. Not now. After everything that's happened, I can't. Otherwise, she won't heal Matthias.
But you have to consider yourself and what's good for you. Surely you don't want to be convicted of heresy? That won't do anyone any good, neither you nor Matthias.
I've already told you. Everything is in the hands of the Blessed Virgin. I will accept with humility the fate she grants me.
Oh, Sakra. This is going to be a right mess. Johanka, I really don't think this is going to end well for you. But there's another option. We can flee. I'll lure the guard away, pick the lock, and we'll vanish into the woods. Tonight, we'll run far from here, where no one knows you, and you can start a new life.
No, Henry. I can't do that. The Blessed Virgin led me here, and here is where I belong. I won't run away like a criminal.
Okay, I had the hope that we can escape with her. Miałem nadzieję, że możemy z nią ucieknąć.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
No, kurwa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I notice I get already tired without coffee. Już czuję, że już bez kawy się robię śpiący. Zapiszemy tą grę. Zobaczymy, jak to się zakończy. Najwyżej, jak nie za bardzo dobrze, no to wrócimy tu w niedzielę następny raz. So yeah, we save now the game. We see how this will ending with the Inquisition. And if it's not ending good, then we repeat this on Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah.
she here again?
Why did you have Johanka imprisoned?
I talked to her for a long time about the things she was saying and about her convictions. I warned her that she had to stop preaching in public. And I told her if she had any further concerns, or, as she claims, visions, she should come to me. Johanka chose to ignore my warning and continued with her preaching. Obviously, I couldn't turn a blind eye to that kind of disobedience.
But what's so bad about what Johanka has been saying?
Look here. It's simply unacceptable that anyone at all should come along and stand up in the market square and preach about God's will or how he or she interprets it. God gave us his teachings, which we must honor, and he showed us how to fulfill them. It is only those teachings that lead us on the path to salvation and God's grace. But understanding those teachings is no simple matter. It demands learning, time, and effort. That is one of the tasks of Holy Mother Church. What Johanka has been saying is dangerously close to heresy. She must be brought to see the error of her ways, and her disruptive actions must cease.
But Johanka hasn't done anything against God. On the contrary, she's devout. She's trying to redeem sinners.
Perhaps, but she's also incited disobedience to the nobles, and that is a serious accusation. Think of it like this. You have to pass through a dark forest filled with hazards. Many paths lead to that forest, but only one will lead you safely through it. You know which is the right path, but others don't. Would you show them the right path, or leave each to choose his own and very likely lose his way?
I'd show them the right path, but it would be up to them whether to take it or not.
But then many would lose their way and die. Because of you. Where it concerns God's mercy and grace, we cannot allow that to happen. You must understand that it is the mission of the Church to care for the soul of every person. It is our sacred duty to lead the people to salvation.
How does the Church know which is the right path?
Watch how you speak, Henry, and how you consider such matters. God is the fountain of truth, and he is represented on earth by his holy Church, and none other. The Church was built on the foundations of Christ's apostles, who passed on his wisdom to others, as they passed on the task of leading people to the love of God and thereby to salvation. Do you think the Church would now want to lead the people to damnation? That we would consciously corrupt the task that the Son of God passed on to us? We would be condemning not only the people, but ourselves too. It would extinguish the very sense of our existence.
Everyone gets the gift of reason from God, don't they? So they should use it. The priests are only looking out for themselves, taking advantage of people, and they've forgotten about Christ. I don't need the Church to tell me how to love God.
Well then, my suspicions are confirmed. Johanka has succumbed to the deceit of Lucifer, and her heresy has clouded the minds of others. You are living proof of that. What you are saying is exactly Lucifer's design, to break down the fortifications of Holy Mother Church, so no one is left to guard people's souls against his seduction. But you won't succeed here, Archdemon. You will be stopped. Guards, take this heretic. I'll deal with him shortly. Bye.
What? Co? Widocznie też możemy coś złego mu powiedzieć. Okay, it seems that we can tell him something wrong. Great. Zajebiste. We have been killed by the Inquisitor. And Johanka... Yeah, she was killed as well. oboje teraz zginęliśmy przez inkwizytora.
I'm ready, Monsignor.
Excellent. I have also completed my investigation. We may commence then with the proceedings?
Yes.
Good. I will send for everyone who is to bear witness and have Johanka brought before the court. We'll commence first thing tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir.
One more thing. These are solemn proceedings that demand a certain decorum. I won't tolerate any clanking armor or otherwise inappropriate attire. You will wear this robe.
Of course. Thank you, Monsignor.
Very well. Rest now, and we'll meet in the morning. Let us begin.
I, Bishop Yaroslav of Benishov, by the grace of God, Papal Inquisitor, have come here to Sasau in response to reports of Marian visitations and the preaching activities of one Johanka, a commoner. And I have found, indeed, that by her arbitrary words she's been leading good people astray and encouraging their rebellion against their betters. Furthermore, Johanka has attempted to usurp the glory that belongs alone to Holy Mother Church, and to appoint herself as an intermediary of the wisdom and grace of Almighty God. This does not behove any lay person, and certainly not a woman. It is therefore necessary to remedy her transgressions, and to investigate the extent and the basis of her misguidance. Or, as the case may be, heresy. Henry of Skalitz has elected to appear here in Johanka's defense, and his wish has been allowed. Anyone who elects to speak here does so before God, and shall be bound by a most sacred oath, to speak only the truth. I will first hear the testimony of Father Fabian, who sent me word of this matter, and who should best know what deeds are done in his parish. Father Fabian, will you tell us what Johanka has been proclaiming?
Johanka claims that she has received visitations from Our Lady, the Holy Mother of God, who speaks to her in the night. It is an outrageous claim that I hold to be entirely untrue.
And did Johanka come forward to ask your advice regarding these alleged apparitions?
She did not. Instead, she took it upon herself to spread her supposed wisdom to the people.
And prior to this, did Johanka attend church? Did you see her at your sermons, Father?
I did not, Monsignor. What's more, the parish priest of Skalitz is staying at my presbytery just now. Johanka knows him well enough, but she didn't come to see even him. I believe Johanka is deliberately avoiding the church. Instead, she meets her followers secretly in the woods and preaches to them. Either she made everything up, or the devil himself is whispering in her ear.
If I may, Monsignor, the Virgin Mary really does speak to Johanka.
Is that so? And on what do you found this claim?
It couldn't be the devil. Well, there are lots of chickens around the monastery, and cocks crowing all the time, which everyone knows drives the devil away.
Nonsensical old wives' tales. Let me not hear anything like that again on sacred ground, or anywhere else. You yourself are a fine example of how easily people fall for all sorts of fallacies.
You see, Monsignor, how she leads people astray. Stupidity and ignorance have been blooming since Johanka fertilized them with her heresy.
Yes, unfortunately.
I apologize for my stupid words. I won't say anything like that again. But please hear the testimony of the respected burgher Pavel of Kolin.
Well, I'm very curious what this Pavel will tell us. Call Pavel of Kolin. I'm a little surprised to find a counselor of Kolin here, especially you, who makes no secret of your animosity towards Sasau Monastery.
True. Although I have only criticized the monastery in secular matters of property, which concerned a dispute with the town of Kolin, and therefore my duties as a counselor.
Pavel, please tell us about your recent experience.
I'm all ears, Goodman.
Monsignor, some years ago I hid some money in Sasau woods. When I found myself here again recently and heard Johanka's words, I remembered that matter. Johanka made me aware of my inordinate love of wealth, and I resolved to donate the money in question for the common good of Sasau. For this I needed an honest intermediary who would locate the money. In this too, Johanka helped me by putting me in touch with Henry here. By the grace of God, he found the long-lost treasure and donated it for the good of Sasau. The whole matter I regard as the intervention of the Holy Spirit.
An interesting tale, Goodman Pavel.
Not only that, it's also evidence of divine providence, and that Johanka isn't making anything up. She wasn't possessed by an evil spirit. On the contrary, Our Lady really did speak to her.
I must concur with that, Monsignor, because I was subsequently also visited in a dream by the Virgin Mary.
What? You too?
Yes. She appeared in a blue cloak and waved to me.
Do you swear that what you say is true, Pavel?
I swear by Almighty God, Monsignor.
Remarkable. Truly remarkable. Very well, Goodman. Thank you for your testimony. You may stand down.
Even if it were true, why would Our Lady choose a simple village girl like Johanka?
You're right, Father Fabian. That is quite untoward. Let's proceed then. Is there anything else you want to add, Henry?
Yes. Please call Brother Nicodemus. He has something to say about it. He's a man of learning and knows more about these things than I do.
Certainly. I also wish to hear his testimony. Call him. Nicodemus, for some time you were insisting that the infirmary needed extra pairs of hands. It was only at your request that Johanka, against all accepted custom, was allowed inside the monastery walls. I've already spoken to Abbot Peter about her, but please tell me how Johanka behaved.
Monsignor, I must stand behind Johanka. The girl is a treasure, selfless, charitable and good-hearted. She helped more people here than anyone else. I have never seen her do anything that would contradict the behavior of a good Christian. She never discussed questions of faith with me. She was always focused only on her work, which she carried out impeccably.
And afterwards, when she began making claims of Marian apparitions?
Yes. Yes, that's quite an extraordinary thing. The things she preached couldn't have come from any of the brothers, or from books, because she can't read. Therefore, I believe the Blessed Virgin really spoke to her.
Nonsense. She made the whole thing up, or someone did prompt her. You're very keen to defend her, brother. It makes me wonder whether she didn't get her wisdom from you.
I already said she got none of it from me, and I would never lie before Almighty God. But it seems to me it's the inadequate education of the good parish priest here that's behind his flimsy litany.
What? Am I to be criticized by someone who's more a gardener than a scholar?
Father Fabian, let Nicodemus speak. And you, Nicodemus, stick to the point, if you please.
Certainly, Monsignor. Please allow this humble gardener to put the good priest right, because he evidently knows nothing of the fact that other women before Johanka had similar experiences. Blessed Hildegard of Bingen also had similar visions. And what about St. Bridget, or Elizabeth of Schurnau, or Catherine of Siena? Like them, Johanka here only humbly spreads the message of Our Lady. She does not present herself as an intermediary of divine mercy. Please do not condemn Johanka, Bishop Yaroslav. In my judgment, her visions are genuine and her words sincere.
Thank you, Nicodemus. Your plea is very bold. But what you say about Hildegard and the others is true. You can rest assured I will consider your words very carefully. Fabian, have you had trouble with heretics before, or had any suspicions of heresy here?
Not much, Monsignor. Now and then there have been traveling preachers and various charlatans here and there, although I did recently get reports that there were members of the Waldensian sect hiding in the province.
Waldensians? So there have been heretics concealed here. So, it cannot be ruled out that Johanka also associated with them. Perhaps they are even behind this matter, too. Thank you, Father Fabian. That's all.
I'm glad to have been of service, Monsignor.
I thank you also, Brother Nicodemus. You too may stand down. Call Hoshek, bailiff of Sasau. Bailiff, has there been any suspicious activity here recently?
Well, there have been cumins on the rampage in the woods and on the roads, and all sorts of bands of footpads and brigands around the province. And recently, a few troublemakers were killed near the monastery gate.
Murder? Such things don't happen without cause. It's a clear indication that something is rotten in the district of Sasau. And what of Johanka, bailiff? Has she been inciting the people here?
I couldn't tell you much about her. I hardly know her. She hasn't broken any laws, and folks speak well of her, for the most part. Although it's true, things have been a bit tense here. on account of her speeches.
Continue.
Quite a lot of people have been going to her since she started with that preaching. Some are even convinced she's a holy woman. From what I heard, they bring her small gifts or ask for her advice or blessing.
Sacrilege! People coming for blessing, bringing her gifts. That has all the makings of a cult.
Oh, I don't know, Monsignor. Begging your pardon, but that's overstating it a bit. But it's true. They met outside town, too, and it came to a bit of a skirmish. Nothing serious happened, though. Fellas punching each other in the mouth. If you'll excuse me, Monsieur, that happens all the time. Well, that's about all I can tell you, Monsignor.
Thank you, Bailiff. I will be all. And you, Henry, you've been around Johanka more than anyone. Do people come to her for blessings?
Well, they come to her, yes. But I swear she never blessed anyone. But when someone comes to her, she tries to help them, like a good Christian.
Henry, I'm sure you're aware that to lie here is a mortal sin and a crime.
I do. And I'm not lying.
All right. Anything else?
Yes, Monsignor. I'd like you to listen to Adela. She amended her life, and doesn't live in sin anymore, all because of Johanka. Her testimony will show that Johanka is an exemplary Christian, not the leader of some cult.
All right. Call this Adela. Adela, until recently you were living in the nearby town of Ledechko, is that so?
Yes.
And how did you make a living there?
I served at the baths, laundering and repairing clothes, and preparing the baths.
Is that all?
No. Sometimes I went with the fellas and pleasured them for money. But I don't do it anymore. I swear. I changed my ways on account of Johanka and Henry here, and now I lead a decent life.
You're saying you simply gave up your profession?
Yes. Henry convinced me, and Johanka took me in.
Very well. Thank you. And since you left Ledechko, have you sinned with anyone?
Well, it was only the one time, monsieur.
And with whom did you sin?
With Henry.
Well. So Henry leads loose women to the path of righteousness, only to drag them back into sin again.
It wasn't quite like...
Quiet! Adela, answer me one more question. You're living with Johanka now, yes? Tell me what she says to the people who come to her.
Well, they come with all sorts of problems. Some want just advice. Some want her maybe to bless them or talk to Our Lady for them. They believe she's a holy woman.
So, Johanka accepts gifts from these people and then gives them her blessing?
No, it's not like that. Johanka doesn't bless anyone. And she doesn't want any gifts from anyone either. Folk just bring them. The things they bring, she gives them out to the sick and wounded. She doesn't keep anything, I swear.
You swear?
Yes, I swear to it all, Monseigneur. I'd never lie to you.
All right. You may go. Now I wish to question Katra, the swordsmith's wife. Bring her here. Katra, you are a respected townswoman who has a good overview of what goes on in Sasau. As you told me earlier, will you tell me now what you know of Johanka and her deeds?
Yes, I'll tell you everything, Monsignor. Johanka has been putting ideas into people's heads and causing chaos. What right has she to preach to us? A simple girl like that. As if we were bad people here, and she herself is a sinner. And an adulterer, a loose woman she is, who goes with anyone. And even fornicated with the custodian, Sir Sebastian.
All right, Katra. That will be all. I have also heard rumors of Johanka's immorality that cannot be ignored. Bring here the Sasau custodian, Sir Sebastian von Berg. Sir Sebastian, my apologies for raising the matter, but doubts have been cast on your virtue. I have been told that you have shared your bed with Johanka. Is it true?
Monsignor, with respect, this is surely some mistake. Johanka is not a bad girl, and by no means a heretic.
Noted. Now please answer my question. Did you share your bed with Johanka or not?
Yes, but she's not...
Silence! So, Johanka not only incites rebellion against the nobles, but also seduces them into sin and immorality.
That's not true. Johanka never seduced anyone. It's the other way round. He wouldn't leave her alone from the moment she came to Sasau. He simply took advantage of her misfortune and his own status to get her into bed.
How dare you!
Silence! Henry?
Johanka regrets it. What was she to do when she was constantly pursued by a nobleman who has great influence in the area?
What I did out of love for her. Johanka is no heretic, only a confused, unhappy young girl. There's no call for jumping to the conclusion of heresy. Monsignor, you must be able to see that.
I advise caution, sir. Would you cast doubt on the authority of the Church in this trial?
I will no longer tolerate this humiliation. Get out of my way!
Henry? You've been very keen to appear here in Johanka's defense. You've said a lot about her, but please, tell me why you've been helping her all this time.
Monsignor, she's my friend. After the terrible things that happened in Scallis, neither of us has many dear ones left. It seemed only right to me to help her.
You seem like a compassionate man. It certainly says something about Johanka, that someone like you stands up for her. That will be all, Henry.
Monsignor, please permit me to say one more thing. I heard some wise words at a sermon in Scallis, and I think I should share them here. They laughed at Christ, and refused to believe he was the Son of God. And they laugh at Johanka, too, and don't believe the Virgin Mary speaks to her.
You're putting Johanka on the same level as Christ?
Well, sort of. In a way.
You talk here about things you know nothing about, trying to pass ignorance off as wisdom. You might fool an ignoramus, but you yourself are one. Enough of this. Nothing remains but to question Johanka herself. Johanka of Skalitz, you've heard the accusations brought against you, and we have also heard several testimonies. I already questioned you earlier. Johanka, do you wish to revise the answers you gave earlier, or do you stand by what you said?
I stand by everything I told you.
So be it. I expressly forbade you to continue preaching, and you promised not to do so. You defied my instruction and broke your promise. Why?
Forgive me, Monsignor. But I could do nothing else. Our Lady asked me to do it, and I couldn't refuse her. And I did the right thing. The Virgin Mary visited me again in my cell and showed me new things. Monks and prelates who took off their robes and put on princely cloaks instead. They threw down their staves, buckled on swords, and placed crowns on their heads. They rejected Christ's example and hoarded wealth for themselves. They paid no heed to the people, but only gave them absolution for money and
Silence! You will not speak like that. I have already heard more than enough. These proceedings are closed. You may leave. Johanka will now hear my verdict.
Johanka, are you aware you're facing very grave accusations?
Yes, Monseigneur. I am.
You stand accused of preaching from ignorance and leading the people away from the protective embrace of Holy Mother Church. If you do not recant, you will suffer grave consequences. Pride and ignorance clouded her reason. Child, it would distress me greatly to have to pronounce a verdict of condemnation. Speak then. Do you recant your sermons and swear never again to preach to the people? And are you prepared to repent?
As God is my witness, I did all this with good intentions. And
the Virgin Mary did visit me, and I would be lying before her, before God and my own conscience, if I denied it.
If you don't recant and return to the bosom of Holy Mother Church, then you have sealed your own fate. Take her. We must all be ever vigilant of Lucifer's evil designs and avoid being caught in his snares. Only Holy Mother Church can safeguard all Christian folks from the onslaught of the devil. Only Holy Mother Church cares for their souls so they may find salvation in the kingdom of heaven.
It's all true, and the will of the Blessed Virgin, her sacred will that I will never recant.
Sometimes, to save the body of the true church, it is necessary to amputate a gangrenous limb.
Full of grace. The Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed be the fruit of thy womb. Jesus. Holy Mary, of God.
Johanka of Scarlets refuses to accept the truth and recant her delusive preaching. Her tongue is an instrument of the devil. It must be plucked out and cast from the body of the heretic, along with the devil, so that her soul may be purged of evil.
O ja pierdolę. That's extreme.
Despite her suffering, Johanka remained faithful to her conviction. Brother Nicodemus tried to heal her terrible wounds, but in vain. Her cruel punishment was too much to endure. Matthias never lived to hear of Johanka's fate. Soon afterwards, he succumbed to his sickness. Although it's forbidden to bury a heretic in consecrated ground, we lay Johanka and Matthias to rest, together, side by side, in a place where I hope they will finally find peace. As Brother Nicodemus said, surely God will forgive us for following our hearts.
Okay, the quest feels rather failed than like we would have success. Kwestia raczej mi daje uczucie, jakbyśmy tutaj... No jakby to w ogóle kiepsko wyszło, a nie jakbyśmy mieli tu jakiś sukces. Będę musiał się jeszcze raz w to wczytać, czy jakoś idzie ją uratować. Yeah, I have to read into this if we can save her somehow. This was now really a very harsh ending. And a very extreme ending, but yeah, the church, it was really... Yeah, they have been really some extreme people in the medieval times. No tak po wszystkim myślałem, że to jakoś inaczej się zakończy, albo może to teraz był najgorszy koniec, to szło załapać. Można mówić, ale że ekstremalnie to zrobili, że jak człowiek pomyśli o tym, to Kościół to był też dosyć ostry w takich sprawach. No. Dobra, to ja bym powiedział, w niedzielę robimy dalej, tak jak ja już zaplanowałem wcześniej z wami. To, jak mówiłem, mniej więcej tak o 5, może o 6 wieczorem. Wtedy zaczniemy. Yeah, so I would say we start on Sunday, round about 5 or 6 p.m. Amsterdam time. Dobra. To ja się wczytam jeszcze raz w ten temat. Zobaczcie, czy jakieś inne rozwiązanie na to jest. Jak nie, to będzie tutaj szło dalej. Yeah, I will read myself into this. I check out if there is a different solution. And if not, then we continue here. My queens and my kings, moje królewny, moje króle, thank you for watching. Dziękuję Tobie za oglądanie. And until the next time. Do następnego razu. Goodbye. And have a relaxed night. No, do widzenia. I spokojnej nocy Tobie. Tobie też, Waleczny. Dobranoc. I pa.
That's a good boy. That's my boy. Could do with a bite to eat.